Hey everyone, welcome back. So, I have a story. And why is this like so much more built out than before? Well, the reason being is because I'm a genius. I recorded about 2 hours of playthrough, back to back, just playing, having a good time, getting zoned in, and then I realized, one, I was muted for 2 hours, and the other, my camera wasn't on for 2 hours. So it was just like this blank thing like this for 2 hours. Yep, I'm a genius. I'm a genius. So I did a bunch of work and I was like, I could go back and undo all of that, but that was a lot of work I did. Instead, this video is going to be to run through blue circuits and how they were created. As you can see, they're slowly being produced now, and I feel silly because there's a lot of stuff that happened. A lot of things, as you can see. Look at the bus. It's like, wow. Okay, so we're just gonna run back down here because where we left off, we were creating out the, we were getting all this ore because we were like, okay, we're sick of this. We're gonna do copper. We're gonna do iron. We're gonna do all the big stuff and make it work. What I ended up doing was I came down here, and as you can see, we had a lot of oil spots here, and over onto over on this side. I filled them up, created a barrel to hold all of them, connecting them all together, and then I made a massive refinery that just ran and span and ran, and just goes all the way across here, where I just created a ton of this stuff. Fabulous, fantastic. Usually just dump this fluid system and let the others go. And so they all fire up. I made sure that they all get oil and water that they need by using pumps that are here. And then I just filled them up into massive sets of bins. From there, I created petroleum. Well, I created petroleum from that, and then I took the light oil and turned it back into petroleum. And then I had down here kind of like an overflow set just to get things running as I turned the heavy oil into light oil, which turned into petroleum. But then I found that the lubricant that I was creating coming in from the trains was getting on my nerves. So I just, instead, any excess will be up here. But prior to that, I am having heavy oil converted into lubricant, which is getting piped back to our mall. I created plastics, I created sulfur, all of that's being created here, and I found like all the way down here, I found a coal source, and I just ran it straight up because I was like, I'm sick of dealing with the trains. They were starting to tick me off because it's just a lot of maintenance that just one little thing can do. You also see that I've gotten blue belts and everything. Yep, all that happened as well. So I'm just going to take you through running through all of this. And then I just ran it straight up and straight to the bus coming down. So I just ran it up. As you can see, I did a massive thing for steel as well. So I've got iron plate, steel plate, and copper. All beautiful, beautiful stuff. And more iron plate over here. And all that is being run straight up. I'll get to that in a second. But this is the one side of the bus that just runs up. And all this is running straight up. And then, as you can see, the lubricants on the side as well. I didn't grab these oil pieces, not yet. This blue is going to do something that you'll see in a second, but I ran all this up, and then I cleaned up this god-awful mess that was over here, where it was just kind of all these different weird pathways. I cleaned it all up. So now it's just straight runovers, rundowns of, these two are my main that are coming from what I'm refining. Whatever comes from the train is kind of like a third line that's a fail-safe line. And it's the same thing with the iron plate. These two are my main, and this is my fail-safe line that comes from the trains, just in case I run out. Steel's coming over here. All the different things that are coming this side. and then it runs. I did not connect the loop. Oh yes, I did. So the lubricant that comes from the trains comes through here and goes down, and then I just kind of got rid of all this mess and just ran things properly. So now we've got some efficiency, high efficiency going with our green circuits that we didn't have before, and then just make sure everything lines up. I was able to start creation of the final factory, the final assemblers, because I needed the blue, and that's what you saw that line was that ran up and over, and this side was just purely for this, to build this out. Need that, and you are full, so they should chain to each other. I went and cleaned everything up. So I wanted to have 3 iron plates, 3 copper lines, and two circuits. One's running at all times, and then everything else was on the side. So all that just kind of built itself up. So as you can see, these high efficient assemblers for this to help speed these up, so we can speed this up. I still didn't mess with this yet. I just kind of did some, not a lot. I just did some. So there we go. I did some so that we could, you know, we can have these if we need them. And that guy's gonna come harass me like every 10 seconds. But just some of them. I definitely upgraded all of the green circuits ones to make it go faster. I did the same with the reds because I got tired of like, oh, you're running low. I was like, okay, I'm done with this nonsense. So that should be it, putting me 50. Yeah, cool. All right, so this is moving real smooth, really smooth over here. Then I went to create circuits. So I took the sulfur that I made and created sulfuric acid, and then from there I did the same pattern that I did with the engines, I believe, to make blue circuits. And because they're the upgraded factories, instead of putting 2 speed modules, you can put 4. So I can't make this any faster. This is inefficient as hell. I think the only way I can make it faster is to put the speed modules in there to build more, which I need to do, build faster speed modules. But I'm getting blue circuits. I ran a big long line, but it's so inefficiently not being used, which makes me sad. And then I needed these low density structures, so I just built those under. What I found that happened was that I had power problems, like on high spike times when things really needed to churn. This actually ran up super high, and I determined that what we need to create is we need to create a nuclear reactor and get nuclear power going so that we don't have to worry about those things going anymore. As you can see, this is the they're all running. They're all getting really using everything that they can. And so I need to, so this is what kept happening, this right here. It's just because I'm getting efficient with the lines, this is like, okay, so this thing is one going, so all the trains kept getting backed up, which means I kept losing time, losing materials, and I was like, you know what? I'm done with that. And that's why I did this, so I didn't have to deal with it anymore. So it's moving pretty smooth now. It's pretty solid. I'm happy with it. And I made sure all these belts ran a specific way. So with that in mind, because I also have the new stone, right? I have concrete. If you remember me building those, I started putting concrete out. But now I even made these hazard concrete, which I'm going to do for what we're going to do, make it a little bit thematic. So we are going to build this series of bits: the nuclear reactor, the heat pipe, the heat exchange, and the steam turbines. They take a lot of materials, and so we're going to do the best we can. If we look across on these, there is copper plate and steel needed here, copper here, and then just copper here. So copper and steel plate need to be on the same belt. All right, so we're gonna do that. I know I have a design for mixing things together, which is here, which is that. So I'm just gonna grab this and we're gonna build it. I'm gonna build it here. That's where it's gonna go. So we're gonna build it here. So we're gonna have steel come up top and copper come across the bottom. Now I know you're saying like, whoa, look at this long thing. You've got everything sewed together. How are you gonna get everything over? Well, that's what the underground bits are for, right? That's why we have them. I need to move this down a little. Cut this. And let's move it. I'm gonna do it right here. Yeah. I know it's a lot of space between them, but you know, what you gonna do? Sue me. So, we're gonna put this and just start making gaps. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen. Okay, so how do we want to handle this? The engines I can put in something so they're not wasted. What do engines get used for? They get used for these. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, bot. Leave me alone. Okay. And then these fill up very quickly. So luckily I found that you can, if you do the deconstruction tool, your bots will pick them up. And then we can do that, and that, and then there's just one. And then we can put that over there. I'm sure we'll use these for something. Something that nobody cares about. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this. And then, what else do we need? We need red circuits, so but that's going up. I'll just get a new red circuit line. So we do that. And look at that, we're moving our way into stuff. And just like that, we got space and opportunity. So I was trying to keep the outside lines where they need to be. So we'll do that. And there's that. And then let's get this one. Ooh, this one's gonna be nasty. How are we gonna make this work? I might do it here. And then just run it up, but that would be ugly, wouldn't it? We don't like ugly. Let's do... you need to be there for sure. So we'll put it... here. Here. There we go. So we got that. What's the next thing we need? We need red circuits and concrete. Concrete's right here. But we need red circuits and concrete. We're not going to put those on the same belt. I just don't feel like it. So let's find... this is red circuits. That's one of them. I want the other one. Do from here to here, and from here to here. Just gotta make sure I have the space for what I want to do. Here to there. And we could do that. And we could do that. Cool. And you are going to be my run-up. Might as well put them on the same belt, right? That, and what else you need? Concrete, which is this. So I can actually, yeah, I can actually put them on the same belt. Do that. Oh, I'd have to do it down this way. Yeah. Let's do this. And let's do that. Then it will be this coming down here, which will come to here, which will come to here. And there we go. So we can actually put them on the same belt. Yuck. Fine. Whatever. Who cares? Do that. Ta-da. They're on the same belt. And look at that. Huzzah. Okay. So we are going to build this. And we're going to be making... How long does it take to make one? 8 seconds. Look, 500. Damn. All right, so 8 seconds. So we're going to need everything working. It's 500 of everything. It's going to be a minute. It's going to be a minute. So we'll do that. Then we probably need to do this. Then we need to copy and do that with it. And then we'll have to probably... Ugh. I hate doing this. I don't want to do that. I don't like it. Pick that up. Let's... Should I put it here? I need them all in the same box. So I may have to just output them where they are. Yeah, this is gonna get nasty. Then I could just copy this and just make another one. 2 might be enough. I think 2 might have to be enough. This is a lot. I think this might just be what this is dedicated for. Let me hook this up. I think this is gonna take a minute. Yeah, it's gonna take a while. Tell you what. Yeah, I know that's going to be the issue, and that's okay. And then in here, we'll put back in what we lost. Copper, steel. There we go. And then the reason why I separated them out like that was because I think this... Yeah, I think this is fair. Just have them put into their own boxes. The amount that they're feeding the amount that they're feeding is ridiculous. It's gotta be something horrible, right? So I don't think I need a lot of these. I mean, it needs how much? 500 each. Is there anything that... Nothing really picks up speed. Is there long inserters that are faster? Nope, this is the only long inserter. Stack inserters can definitely help with them. If I get some advanced circuits, I could make some stack inserters instead of these so they can stack. That's probably better. I do this. Yeah, let's make 5 of these. Stack inserters are the upgrade to the fast inserters. They are fast inserters that stack. Makes sense, right? Easy peasy. So these shouldn't be too bad once they start getting built. Yeah. So if you want to see them work, it'll grab a bunch. See? So you see copper's like getting used like crazy because it's filling up copper. But it just grabs a stack. Yeah, see, it grabs 10 instead of 1. So, and it pushes those through. And I think that'll be that. I don't mind them being in... I don't mind that. Yeah, I don't know. It's not the best idea, but I don't mind it. At least they'll be together. That is a lot of materials. Anyway, that's gonna be a minute. Well, that's gonna be a minute. That's gonna be a while. So what do I need to redo this for? Copper and plate for the heat pipes? What's it saying? And then this thing here, we can just do like, this is a hazardous area. Do not walk here. It is bad for you. You will die. Alright. So I plan to do that when I plan to do that when I put down the actual reactors. I mean, they're working now. I could keep it going. Let's do the heat rods, or the heat pipes. So we'll do the heat pipes. It makes 1 a second, right? So we don't need that many. We can just kind of say, boom, put this here, say it's the heat pipes, and then just run this. And I think this is like more than enough. How much do you need? 20 and 10? Yeah, it's more than enough. Ooh. Yeah, so to make it more efficient, we could do this. And we'll limit these heat pipes. Let's limit it to that, because do that with it. Then after the heat pipes, we need the heat exchanger. But for the heat exchanger, we need pipes, but we still need the same stuff. So that's okay. We can do the heat exchangers here. So we're doing the heat exchanger. And then next to the heat exchanger, we're going to do pipes, which means you know what we need for pipes, right? So do that. That. You're going to be pipes. Let's do a plate. And then you're going to do to a box over here. many. And you're just gonna go nuts. You are gonna put, every time you have one, it's gonna go over there. And we need, oh, and you need this line as well. How much? 100 copper plate. Copper plate needs to be on its own line. Jeez, oh Pete. Copper plate needs to be on its own line. 100 copper plate. Freaking psychopaths. Let's run, we'll run this from on this side. So we can split it. I need off here. So we can split it right there. And then the 10 billion copper that we have to do here, here, here. We'll just throw into this madness. Are you still collecting copper? Oh, you're collecting stone. What about you? Stone. You're okay. Yeah, they got everything they need, so let's throw all this copper in here. And just to get this started, let's throw all that in there. Pipes per. So there you go. And then that'll give me enough while I run this line over. So that's a super long way to go, so I gotta cut some stuff. I gotta cut some corners. Corners need to be cut. Pulled me before I could finish it. And enjoy that. Oh, it's full. It's just waiting to be used. There you go. So that'll get it what it needs. So we've got... We just need to make this, which is copper plate, and okay, perfect. So we can do one right here, which will take from here, and we could do double up. And this is going to be this, but it also needs this side. I'm not thinking about this properly, am I? That's why. Do that. Do that. And you need gears. So you will be a gear. And then we will power you up. And I think we're just going to go for that many turbines. I don't know yet how much we need. Oh, we need the copper plates too. Oh, gotcha. We're going to be using a lot of copper. Let's just do that. You get one just to make sure you get some. Throw that in there. And Bob's your uncle. There you go. And there you go. So, nuclear stuff. Okay. What else do we need? We need a centrifuge. Copper plates. Basically, it's here. So it's everything on this line plus that. kind of works itself out, right? So it goes there. This is going to be a centrifuge. That needs everything we got going. So you are going to feed this. Wait, I don't think you need to be in there. No, you don't. You're getting the gears. So we're just going to keep on running this over. And then we just keep this trucking. And we do the same thing we did at the other one. Boom, boom. Boom. And then we output this bad boy to a box as well. And we just have a go. How much of those you need? You need 100? Acting like we're being cautious here. We're not being cautious at all. There you go. I wonder why it's not pulling the concrete yet. How much do you want in here? Are you just maxing it out? That's interesting. So it's gonna just go up to 200? Yeah, it's gonna go up to 200. Enough to make 2. And then it's gonna, then when that, there it is. Then it's gonna start doing that. So it's gonna be enough to make 2. And yeah. Yep. Nuclear power. It's hazardous area, people. Hazardous area. Yep, nuclear stuff. I mean, copper's still being filled, which is good. Problem is this is moving. Glacial. It made 2 probably, right? 1. So we're gonna let that run. So there's your nuclear stuff. We're just gonna let that run. How many have I made? 2. 2. Gotcha. Solid. I may instead change my mind on this being on another belt. And just run it by itself. And then this can be here. We could stop it there, and then you. What is it? It's supposed to be there. Sorry. This has to be. I gotta do it. This to this. That and this have to be different. So this will go here. And then this will be here and here. Where this can get that. Then you need to do the same. So I need to pick you and you up. You will go here. You will go here. And then we'll put a thingy here and here. And you will go here. And that should speed us up a little bit. Here. Goodness. here. Here. We should go there. And then we'll dump off the excess. Here. Is that it? Red circuits. Oh, fill up. There you go. So bricks can... They can brick themselves. Alright. There you go. How bad is power? And not so bad right now. Alright, so this is gonna be, yep, this is gonna be our nuclear creation facility stuff. So we have processing that we can do in a centrifuge for this stuff, which is what we're gonna do. We've got the centrifuge, process various stuff. We've got the reactor for uranium, the heat rods to cool stuff off the heat exchanger, and the steam turbine to generate power. So once those are done, then we're going to build our nuclear facility, but we've started that on it, so at least you can see that instead of me screwing up and building bad things. Yeah, as you can see, red circuits is still pretty decent. It's keeping up with itself. So it's actually looking pretty good. You're just gonna come refill me here. I needed to get red circuits, I believe, up top to make the splitters. That's what I needed to make that work. But I didn't have a way to run it up properly so that it can work. Not a way that I could think of. So I'm just going to worry about that later. But for right now, this is looking pretty solid to build these out. And I'm pretty good to let these run, just kind of sit back and let these build themselves out. Yeah, I'm not mad about that. Just to kind of let that be what it is. Yeah, I wish there was long-range stack inserters. That would be cool. But there isn't. There's filter inserters and filter stack inserters. But this is the only long-range one that's out there, which gives me a sad. Okay, we've got blue circuits, and we did all that because I was ready. Like, after I did all this work in the video that got botched, I connected it all to a train, so I was ready to say, hey, we got everything we need. Let's go make some more science. Problem was that everything else started having issues. And this may look a mess. I don't care. It's functional. It gets me what I need, and the bus is moving as it should. So we did that. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that I missed. Not really. Not really. Yeah, having 3 belts is smart. I understand why now. Middle one buffers the outers, and the outers deal with left and right, and it just kind of keeps things clean. So that would be my recommendation for that. This is looking good. This is looking good. I wish there was some way that I'm not thinking of for these blue circuits to be a little faster. They're really, like, I want to get to this to feed all of these, but these are the highest belts that I have, the blues. And as you can see, they're chewing them up as fast as they can grab them. And they need a lot, right? They need 20 green circuits. They need a lot to build these blue circuits, so it's very expensive, slow moving. I could make a bunch of these factories that are like this, just a bunch of short 6 factories, because I think that's as far as it gets. 8 factories, and just keep building like that? Maybe. I mean, I could, but I would have to do it outside of here. So we're just gonna let that run. I probably might leave this running overnight just to let that stack up so that we can create some nuclear power. But when we come back to the next video, we're gonna finish this. We're gonna finish this because that's what we got left, right? We got to do this stuff. These I really want. We get the portable fusion reactor, so we could put that in our inventory so we don't have to worry about the sun burning us down. That'll be the power source going forward. And the final science to build that up. But this, where is it? That's the end game right there. So as soon as I build that, the game's over. The rocket silo. As soon as I build that, the first one I build, load it up with stuff and launch, game over. But once it launches, the game ends, but the game kind of doesn't, because once it launches, it gives you space science, to which you can use space science to get your Spidertron, to get an atomic bomb, to get a howitzer, basically, an artillery cannon. So there's still more gameplay to play, but once we launch, we have completed the game and we would be done with this series. And if y'all want to see another series, we can do another series or move on to another game once the rocket launches. So that's kind of what we're aiming for, right? But like I said, I kind of got sick of all the, oh, it's running short, and as you can see, everything is solid. Up to blue circuits, everything is solid. So everything's running as it should in peak performance. How much have I built so far? 6. I cannot wait to do that. Let's prep the island and then we'll call this an episode, because we're gonna build that on the lake. Let's put this over here because I'm gonna fill these up with land thingies. That's the technical term, just in case you were wondering. That's the KOS technical term, land thingies. Where are all the bots? Oh, just needed one. Alright. So, I'll take all of those. And then let's end this by building out 3 Mile Island. You know how that ended. But let's go ahead and build that out. And my plan is to, I scouted ahead before. Yeah, that's a lot of pollution. I'm going to build it here. Very close here, because there's more stuff over here just in case I need it. But that's where I'm going to build it. So I'm just trying to get clear of things that I could destroy that will hurt me. And then I'm going to drive. There's a lot of trees, so I might just take the tank. The tank's harder to stop, but let's take the tank. Let's go. This is where we're gonna build it. Look at the water. It's all green with pollution. Remember when it was blue? It's all green with pollution now. Where am I? Okay. Alright, I'm almost there. Into the ocean. Give back my tank. Okay, so let's fill this. I don't know how much of this stuff is being used. Let's connect the land masses. But this is where I will build everything, and let's go ahead and here we go. How much is left? Oh my gosh, it's almost out. I need to get more. But I'm basically gonna turn this island into 3 Mile Island. minus the fallout. Minus the accident. There you go. But this is where it'll all transpire. How much is left in there? Almost done. Why does it say 19? I don't know how it's reading that. But yeah, there you go. So I'll get more land, and my plan, and you see these fish, you can actually catch them. That's too far. Let me see if I can get the other one. There you go. And there it is, raw fish. And then you can left click to eat them. Left click to consume. Yeah, but I don't need them. Put them back in the ocean. Put them back in the water. I don't need them. But this is where we will build it. And so the plan is when you come back, I will have filled this this rectangle out as to where this is going to be. I built this land bridge over here because there's more materials over here that we could probably mine by looking on this side. There's tons of oil up there. So this is where we're going to end our episode. When you come back, this will just be filled in, and I will go back to the mall and pick up the nuclear stuff, and then we'll start back right dead center here just like this and build out the nuclear facility. And we'll see how it goes. Fun times ahead, everybody. Anyway, I love you. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Bye-bye.